carrying on. Okay. But she had mentioned Chrissy had mentioned to me that they euthanize any females when they come in pregnant, regardless of breed. And you were like, that's not okay.
Yes.
Let's take all the pregnant females. And
Yes, absolutely.
yeah. And some of these litters that I've seen Chrissy have, they're huge.
She has a knack for getting the most puppies.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's just
they're
lucky her. No.
they are always huge. Yeah.
That's
Her litters are
awesome.
always big.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
And there's also another problem. There's a lot of times that it's very sad that other rescues will come in and take the puppies and leave mama behind. So I also have a big heart for left behind mamas. So I kind of
oh
watch
yeah.
shelters for those as well. And if somebody's taken the puppies and then mom is scheduled to die, then we will find a place and pull mom.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I think it's amazing that you do most of the time. I mean, I don't think I've ever known Chrissy to have puppies without mom.
Oh,
Um or
we
seen,
would,
I mean,
yeah,
you
we would never
know.
take puppies without mama.
Right. I mean, it's a no-brainer on so many levels
Yeah,
because there's there's so much that mom is going to teach the puppies plus all the nutrition. So all the time,
absolutely.
you you know, you even though you have stellar bottle feeders.
Yes, and puppies should be mama's ticket out.
Yeah,
They shouldn't ever be left behind.
right. That's right. I agree with that. And I love what what Chrissy does with her puppies, and she said that's what everybody does. You guys are handling them during their first critical period of socialization, getting them used to
Absolutely.
other situations, other animals, other people. I love that. Can you talk a little bit about that? Like, what made you even think about doing that? Because so many, not so many, but there are other organizations out there, even breeders that are out there that don't do any of what you guys do.
Socialization is so important, and early socialization is so important. I'm not a trainer, so I can't speak for facts and percentages, but I know that a large majority of our behavioral issues come from under socialization, not
Mhm.
from abuse or neglect, but just from not being exposed to things. And it creates a shy, fearful dog that experiences behavior issues and some reactivity and other unwanted behaviors, such as that, as they grow. So
Yeah.
socialization is just so important, and positive socialization, not putting them in situations that they're not prepared to handle, making every interaction positive, teaching them in a positive way that everything is okay.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And that was another thing that when I was watching her videos in particular, I was impressed with. She had Crate Up, and then we talked, and she litter trains them, and they're getting
Yeah,
socialized with her dogs, and and her children, and people don't realize that that is where the future of your puppy begins
absolutely.
during that time. And when I had a shop and I did a lot of group classes. My group class for adult dogs was banging, like so full all the time. Privates, da da da. Puppies,
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, no, 8 weeks. I want your dog here. I want
that's
your
when you need to
puppies
start.
here. Yeah,
Yep.
because that first period is gone. That's like a 4 to 6 week period. And then the next it just kind of goes up
Yeah,
and that type of thing. It's like a continuum during the first year, but that 8 week period also. And people were like, no, the vet said, and I'm like, let me talk to your vet. I'm like,
yeah,
this is something that, dogs are being euthanized and brought into shelters because they were not socialized. They were not trained at this early time.
right.
And it is so clear. And I don't have the numbers either, but we both know that, millions of animals are euthanized. And a lot of those animals are there because of behavior problems, you know,
Absolutely.
house
Yeah,
training, biting, jumping, barking. all the things that dogs do, but uh people don't have that foundation there. So
Yes, absolutely. And a lot of people will think, when you've got a dog that's reactive or cowers or doesn't want to be around people, that they've been abused. I hear that all the time. Well, they must have been abused by a man. Well, it's
no, yeah.
actually much more likely that they just haven't been exposed properly, that they're under
Right.
socialized with men or with
Right.
children or with other dogs or whatever the case may be. So we kind of aim
Mhm.
for introducing 100 new people positively within the first 3 months.
I love it.
So it's very important that they meet as many people as they can and that we make those positive experiences. And meeting other dogs is always positive as well.
Yeah, definitely. um where did you come up with that 100 people in, what did you say, the first 3 months, you said?
Yeah, I actually, before I started Positive Tales, I actually volunteered at another shelter. And that was one
Mhm.
thing that they told adopters when they took a puppy home was we should aim for having them meet 100 new people within the first 3 months.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love that.
So that was just a piece I took somewhere along the line.
Yeah, that's awesome. Back in the day when I first started training and, volunteered at shelters and a couple of rescue groups, it's like, depending on who they were, I would get a lot of resistance, a lot of resistance. And I'm like, this isn't about us. This is about the dogs.
Right.
Let's do what's best for them, because they don't have the home anymore. They don't have, um, that stability of that house anymore. And we've learned so much since way back then about how easily they deteriorate, and their emotional status and
Right.
how that affects them. About the socialization aspect to men, and I would have a handful of people who were like, "Oh, he's just or she's really afraid of men, and we think she was abused by a man," and da da da. And I was like, maybe she just wasn't never socialized to a guy,
Right.
or maybe it's not, it's a tall guy with a facial hair, it's like, but these are the things that our puppies need to be socialized to. So it is crucial. I'm really glad you do that. I was talking to Chrissy about something called puppy culture. And I was like, "You're doing what is called puppy culture. Have you heard of it?" And she's like, "No, what the heck is that?" I'm like, "Pretty much everything you're doing." And as I have a friend who just uh, purchased a puppy, and the breeder did 100% of what's called puppy culture. And it's all the socialization and the handling and um, uh, y- house training and crate training, everything, different size dogs, cats, just the whole gamut. And this puppy is so well adjusted. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, when I hear other people doing that, especially rescue organizations, it's just like, oh my God, I love you guys so much as
Oh,
a
thank you.
trainer. Yeah, as a trainer who deals with the behavior, who deals with the older dogs, who have, people have had these pets. Some of them they've had since they were 8 weeks old, or, even younger. I mean, even a little older, it doesn't matter, but like under a year, and they just haven't done things. Or the organization hasn't done anything. And I'm not throwing shade on organizations. Rescue is a crazy, crazy, busy, intense, emotional, um, uh, I don't know, task. That's like not even a good word. I don't know what the word would be, but um, it, it's a lot to put it mildly.
It is.
So that's just one more thing. But the way you have it organized, Crystal, is really awesome.
Well, thank you. We truly love what we do.
Yeah, well, it totally shows. Now, as far as Positive Tales, can people donate to you on Positive Tales also?
Yes, absolutely. We've got a donate button
Mhm.
on our website, and we
There it
also
is.
have, yeah, we also take Venmo and PayPal for that as well.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you take like items? Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, I have this crate from, whatever.
Yes, absolutely. We love
Okay.
donated items.
Okay, excellent. And is there a list on here? I see. Oh wait, we have give toys. You have a wish list for
Yeah.
toys. Okay, let's see. Let's check that out. Um, I know what I wanted to mention to you. I'm not sure if I think I mentioned it to Chrissy, but that the Kong company, Kong, they have a program where they give seconds to
Yes.
rescue groups and shelters. Okay, good.
Yeah, Con Cares.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
with
we're
them.
actually a member. Yes.
Yay. Okay.
We love
Bravo.
them.
They're awesome. They
They
really are
are.
like the best toy.
They really are.
Okay, so this is your whatchamacallit,
Wish
your wish
list.
list. Yeah, and we've got crates and little containment for the puppies and toys. I love it. I love it. Puzzles, lots of enrichment. Amazing. Mad Scientist. I have not seen that. That would be my dog would
Isn't
just
that fun?
love that. Yeah, that would be amazing. I've got to see that for him. This is just little mad scientist. I love it. Yes. Yeah, that's great. I love enrichment toys. I love to see stuff like that. Um, so let's go back to the Lance Tucker Foundation.